Associated Gas may come back. Dream Industrial Right completes $201 million equity offering. Global and China Automotive Wiring Harness Industry Report 2021, featuring Aptiv, Fujikura, Sumitomo Electric Industries and THB Group. ResearchandMarkets.com, the 10 hottest U.S. real estate markets in 2017. The Carlyle Group buys On-Chain Labs for $435 million. First Citrus Band Corporation reports Q1 results. Daré Biosciences DARE BB1 shows positive action in late-stage bacterial vaginosis study. CRACPP pension, should you start at 60 or 65? Alliance Resource Partners, UXIN among pre-market losers pack. Stoneridge, SRI, gets a buy rating from Barrington. Wedbush believes Chewy's holdings, CHUY, won't stop here. Analysts are bullish on these financial stocks. American Express, AXP, Atlantic Capital Bank shares, ACBI. Analysts are bullish on top healthcare stocks, Biogen, BIIB, Moderna, mRNA. Analysts conflicted on these technology names, HealthStream, HSTM, Alphabet Class A, Google, and Microsoft, MSFT. Analysts are bullish on top consumer goods stocks, LKQ, Kimberly-Clark, KMB. Analysts conflicted on these conglomerates names, Hillenbrand, Honeywell International, HON, and Gentex, GNTX, TG Therapeutics and Samsung Biologics expand uplituximab manufacturing. United States durable goods orders below forecasts, 2.5%, in March, actual, 0.5%. United States durable goods orders ex transportation in line with expectations, 1.6%, in March. ECB's Bonetta, inflation remains well below our aim in our projection horizon. United States durable goods orders ex defense climbed from previous -0.7% to 0.5% in March. Gold price analysis, gold ounce per US dollar loses traction, eyes next support at $1,767. Flashback, Nelson Rockefeller and conflicts of interest in 1974. AG Loretta Lynch unveils scathing report on Chicago PD abuses. Lynch, Chicago Police Department engages in a pattern of excessive force. Man finds fox frozen in river. SpaceX gives rocket launch another try. Some of Trump's cabinet picks contradict his campaign promises. ECB's Bonetta, we should avoid withdrawing support until the output gap is closed. Super selects Matrix IDM's data management solution to underpin long-term data strategy project. Dalian Atkinson, police officer denies murdering former footballer. U.S. pre-market news, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, S&P updates for App. 26, 2021, newly found use in personal care and cosmetics to reshape contours in organic herbal extracts market, explains stellar growth for valuation predicted at $8.40 BN by 2030, TMR, GFSI and the Compliance Challenge for Food Safety, upcoming webinar hosted by Stocks. Vertex and CRISPR Therapeutics announce priority medicines, PRIME, designation granted by the European Medicines Agency to CTX001 for transfusion-dependent beta thalassemia. Safety's Zero Trust Network Access Solutions receives U.S. General Services Administration, GSA, product registration approval. Marimica announces changes to board and senior management team, and Terry's Pharma appoints Dr. Peter Richardson as Executive Vice President, Research and Development and Chief Medical Officer. Maison Mux completes transaction to increase investment stake in Ether Diamonds. Mercer Park Brand Acquisition Corporation announces June 2, 2021 shareholder meeting to approve qualifying transaction and highlights upcoming deadlines for corporate actions. Bombardier appoints Eve Laurier as Vice President, Communications, Public Affairs and Marketing. Europe Roundup, Euro holds near 8-week highs against the greenback, European shares inch higher, gold firms, oil falls on India's COVID surge. BlackRock Health Sciences Trust II, BMEZ, announces release of first quarter fund commentary. BlackRock Capital Allocation Trust, BCAT, announces release of first quarter fund commentary. Affinity Solutions launches independent study on organizations' readiness for data deprecation across the digital ecosystem. BlackRock Science and Technology Trust II, BSTZ, announces release of first quarter fund commentary, global steel market size, trends and forecasts report 2021 to 2025 with focus on stainless steel, researchandmarkets.com. Presidential pets are one woman's passion, undocumented immigrants voice concerns over Trump plans, what's ahead for Donald Trump's 10-year-old son. SpaceX celebrates first successful launch after rocket went up in flames, woman kidnapped as a newborn found after 18 years. Fauci flip-flops again, outdoor COVID infection risk is minuscule. USHP extends above 100-hour MA. Can it stay above? WTI pairs intraday losses to sub-$61.00 levels, still down over 1% for the day. Cantargia presents new preclinical data on antibody content at Immunology 2021. Nomura has secured Christopher Wilcox as its new CEO and president. Reviva Pharma stock trading higher on detailed positive schizophrenia study results. Sanofi steps in for fill-finish 200 doses of Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine. Alaska Airlines bans Senator Laura Reinbold for violating mask rules. This day in market history, SIBO becomes first dedicated options exchange. ECB's Bonetta, we must maintain stimulus until inflation hits 2%. French energy giant Total suspends huge Mozambique project because of insecurity. Mercury General Corporation is priced for perfection. F&M Bank reports Q1 results. Canon EPS beats by 15 yen and 94 sen, beats on revenue. Mirum gets notice of allowance from United States Patent and Trademark Office. Joshua Kim joins Certus USA Manufacturing as supply chain manager. Kamala Harris will reportedly urge UN leaders to prepare for next pandemic. Kuehne + Nagel International reports Q1 results. Advance Auto Parts dropped below AutoZone and O'Reilly in CFRA's auto retail rankings. Haileyong Education buys 100% equity interest in Feichung Education Investment. Mountain Commerce Bancorp reports Q1 results. Raytheon CEO Hayes to add chairman role as Kennedy set to retire. Lument Finance Trust launches public offering of preferred stock. Advanced Solutions Corporation receives Workflow Achievement Competency with ServiceNow. Oscars 2021 amidst Naya Rivera, Jessica Walter from In Memoriam segment. 114. Deadly ice storm sweeps across central U.S. Presidential pets are one woman's passion. Global e-commerce market 2021 to 2025. Size, trends and forecast with impact analysis of COVID-19. Researchandmarkets.com. Henry Bergkamp and Vieira join Spotify owners bid to buy Arsenal. FS Bancorp raises dividend by 4%. Kamala Harris hosting Guatemalan president virtually amid migrant surge. US dollar to Japanese yen climbs to fresh daily highs above 108.00. President Obama's legacy, the high and lows, calendar, week of January 16, almanac, the molasses flood, passage, Lord Snowdon, Senate election, Wales lockdown easing made possible by UK says PM. City Center to sell 2-acre parcel land in Las Vegas for about $80 MLN. DisposeRx releases statement in support of the Pharmacy in Medically Underserved Areas Enhancement Act. Scopus Biopharma announces IND submission to FDA for lead drug candidate. How to shop on Amazon Prime Day 2021, all the tips and tricks you need to save the most money possible. Bitcoin, BTC/USD, support bounce, Ethereum, ETH/USD, tests resistance, the importance of luxury design in the cannabis space. Credit Suisse investors exposed to collapse. Greensill Capital Fund are facing another $190 million of losses. White House photographer Pete Souza, a salute to Army Secretary Eric Fanning. Onritza Corporation selects PLDA's PSI solution for its next generation of handheld spectrum analyzers. Best Market Segment Report. Health M&A brings diversification and scale while leveraging innovation. Multimedia Update. Cornet Digital announces Max Technology, the next-generation solution for on-demand, sustainable fashion and apparel production. Wooden laminate flooring market research report by product, by application, global forecast to 2025, cumulative impact of COVID-19, 5 questions for Tesla, Euro to US dollar, strong rally, but, for how long? Elite rugby players join dementia prevention study. Free Palantir? Carp's plan to reboot an entire economy. Stocks mostly higher Monday ahead of busy earnings week. GSX Tech hedged to trade under new ticker symbol. United States Lyman Minerals, a cash cow with a net cash position. Viacom CBS rises as MoffettNathanson upgrades on valuation. Becton, Dickinson seeks FDA clearance for BD-Alaris system. Suspect who stomped Asian man shown in new surveillance video. Ethereum Bondwise selects BSC starter to support BSC token launch April 26. Offers $start community exclusive discount. Mutations, Politics, vaccines, the factors behind India's COVID crisis, media advisory, presentation of the roundtable on the theme Women Facing Racism and Discrimination. Informa Financial Intelligence to combine FBX business with Novanta's, stock averages flat in early trade ahead of big earnings week. Mankind reduces debt by $49.5 million and restructures remaining obligations. Top UK civil servant, leak inquiry will probably not find chatty rat. I give the Herman Miller acquisition of Knoll a C+ rating. Publicis gets through 2020 unharmed and is still cheap. Government tells bereaved families inquiry into its handling of pandemic is not appropriate. Travelers reimagines My Travelers app for personal insurance customers. Colgate-Palmolive webcasts its 2021 annual meeting of stockholders May 7, 2021, 10 a.m. ET. Clean Power Capital graduates listing to the NEO Exchange. Lives that inspire. Chris Gardner, the man behind The Pursuit of Happiness, How to Make More Retirement Income Beyond Social Security. Best's Market Segment Report, Health M&A brings diversification and scale while leveraging innovation. GPUST versus lower. Retesting 200-hour MA, SMAGS deepens leadership team to drive product and platform innovation, Michelle Obama's trailblazing ways. Unreached Corporation selects PLDA's PSI solution for its next generation of handheld spectrum analyzers. PXO/Chauhan Review, Mercurial and Devil May Care Visions of Scotland. Apple plans North Carolina campus and 20,000 new jobs across the U.S. With their new cookie bites, Theo Chocolate took their favorite treat and rolled with it, literally. SiriusXM acquires Roman Mars 99% Invisible podcast, PFPT. Johnson Fistel investigates proposed sale of Proofpoint. Is $176 a fair price? Thinking about buying stock in Immunome, Axim or Etsy? Voyager Therapeutics stock jumps as FDA lifts clinical hold for Huntington's disease gene therapy. 3 popular Reddit stocks that are melting down. Small cap stocks thrashed large caps in 2021, 3 TSX stocks to buy today. Searchlight Capital Partners announces appointment of Ajit Pai as partner. Global IVD procedure volumes report 2021, immunoassays, POC, chemistry, molecular, microbiology, and other tests, 2020 to 2025. Researchandmarkets.com, 2 top TSX small cap stocks other than GoEasy, TSX, GSY, to buy now. Global Wireless Network Security Market Growth, Trends and Forecasts 2021 to 2026, Rising Piracy Concerns with COVID-19 Network Security Issues, Researchandmarkets.com. U.S. stocks edge higher as investors await big week for earnings. Qualcomm said it saw productivity surge during the pandemic as the business world embraces remote work. 2021 Global Leadership Quadrant of Leading Antimony Trioxide Suppliers, Researchandmarkets.com. Thinking about buying stock in Immunome, Axim or Etsy? Benzinga, U.S. durable goods orders rise 0.5% in March, much less than expected. Voyager Therapeutics stock jumps as FDA lifts clinical hold for Huntington's disease gene therapy. 3 popular Reddit stocks that are melting down. Benzinga, Sword Health's digital MSK therapy now available to Elka Health Plan members. Russia Fast Facts. While companies flee NYC, Bill Gates is expanding in it. Reisny Wealth Management Incorporated buys iShares Core S&P Small Cap ETF. The Energy Select Sector. Wealthbridge Investment Counsel Incorporated buys Vanguard FTSE All-World ex-US ETF. Focused Investors LLC buys La Harris Technologies Incorporated. Northrop Grumman Corp., Lockheed Martin, Goss Wealth Management LLC buys iShares Core Total USD Bond Market ETF. BTC iShares MSCI ETH. Montecito Bank and Trust buys Texas Pacific Land Corp., Materials Select Sector SPDR, iShares. Cohen Lawrence B buys BlackRock Incorporated. Tesla Incorporated, sells ExxonMobil Corp., Connolly Serrati buys BlackRock Incorporated, F-Star Therapeutics Incorporated, Enbridge Incorporated, sells Watchpoint Trust Company buys BlackRock Incorporated, Laboratory Corp of America Holdings, sells iShares, Whittier Trust Company of Nevada Incorporated buys Microsoft Corp., iShares Russell 2000 Value ETF, Vanguard, Whittier Trust Company buys Facebook Incorporated, First Republic Bank, AOG Resources Incorporated, sells BlackRock, Bank Hapolim BM buys iShares MSCI Equi Index Fund, Vanguard FTSE Developed Markets ETF, Ascent Wealth Partners, LLC buys State Street Corporation, Union Pacific Corp., Waste Management, Elm Partners Management LLC buys Vanguard FTSE Europe ETF, Vanguard FTSE Pacific ETF, Vanguard, Archford Capital Strategies, LLC buys Sprout Social Incorporated, iShares MBS ETF, Vanguard, Open, This is Face the Nation, January 15, Peggy Noonan on inaugural addresses, Cannabix launches research program in melanoma treatment development push, St. Paul's Chapel, in the shadow of history, fashion trends of America's first ladies. 2021 Oscar winners make history. Broadridge announces integration with FundApp's automated compliance solution for portfolio and order management capabilities. The Webster-Sterling merger creates a strong bank, but can it continue to create value? Euro to Japanese yen recedes from tops near 130.70. Opponents hit out at Con over pledge to scrap higher congestion charge. Vendor Labs launches wrap to bridge Ethereum and Tezos. Ant Group reveals Bach partnership for digital yuan development. Everything you need to open a retro picnic area. Proofpoint acquisition will kick off massive software M&A spree, says Wedbush. Casey bags $447 million contract by National Security Agency. Amgen, risk down, conviction up. Tate & Lyle seeks the sale of controlling stake in primary products business unit. Gold price news and forecast. Gold ounce per US dollar to struggle at $1,800 ahead of Wednesday's Fed decision. Entergy, ETR, to report Q1 earnings. What's in the cards? Investing.com. Meet the Barclays MD working to transform finance through distributed ledgers and quantum computing. Oil prices fall as India's COVID-19 surge dents demand outlook. Canadian Pacific's merger bid gets a boost from U.S. regulator, the real star among Disney's streaming services. Major indices trading positive in early New York trading. Conning Cleekey Phillips NV, PHG, Q1 2021 conference call transcript. Health Canada issues authorization with conditions for Lucira's COVID-19 test kit. InPixon acquires R, computer vision and 3D reconstruction technologies from Visualix. 5 of the best TSX stocks for predictable passive income. Apple hit with German antitrust complaint as it prepares to roll out new iPhone software. Dr. Anthony Fauci confirms Zysome Phase 3 trial with remdesivir at press briefing by White House COVID-19 response team. W.R. Grace merger investigation. Hal Prasad LLP announces investigation into whether the sale of W.R. Grace & Company is fair to shareholders. Investors are encouraged to contact the firm. GRA, the top Republican in the House, is trying to rewrite history on the January 6 Capitol riot. Frances McDormand's third Oscar win puts her one step closer to Most Honored Best Actress. Rick Santorum Fast Facts. Cryptocurrencies will survive the rise of central bank-backed digital coins, but their use will likely decline, Deutsche Bank says. Tarana Burke and Brené Brown discuss race, vulnerability and shame in new book, Nature, Swans. Pence calls Lewis' comment on Trump's legitimacy deeply disappointing. Pence says no decision made on moving press out of White House. Pence says Trump looks forward to results of inquiry into Russian election meddling. IRS is holding on to millions of Americans' tax returns, delaying refunds. Full interview. Senator Joe Manchin, January 15. Full interview. Mike Pence, January 15. Leading and lagging sectors for April 26, 2021. UPS and FedEx called compelling by UBS due to strong demand and pricing trends. S&P 500 and DXY trade inversely through April. Nasdaq, Dow Jones and S&P stocks open higher, led by travel, financials names. Envestnet, increased investment spending was a negative surprise. Jefferies stick to their buy rating for Standard Chartered plc by investing.com. The Supreme Court will decide if New York's limits on concealed carry violate the Second Amendment. Alphabet CEO Pichay's base salary more than triples, but total compensation plunges to $7.4 million. Metal boom, copper hits 10-year high amid supply constraints and infrastructure plans. These stocks with hefty capital gains could face pressure if taxes rise, says Goldman Sachs. Global Auto Part Wholesalers Industry Report 2021, detailed analysis of top 610 companies, researchandmarkets.com. Proofpoint stock soars as Thoma Bravo to buy cybersecurity firm for $12.3 billion. Nobody has done more to enrich organized crime than President Biden. Jet on border crisis. Manchin says investigation into Russian meddling is about security, not politics. Dr. Scott Gottlieb says it's now time to lift outdoor COVID mask requirements. New York Community Merger Investigation. Hal Prasad LLP announces investigation into whether the merger of New York Community Bancorp Incorporated is fair to shareholders. Investors are encouraged to contact the firm. Night B. North American recreational vehicle shipments surge in first quarter. Supreme Court agrees to take up major Second Amendment case. Green energy continues to grow, two of the best stocks to buy now. Supreme Court takes up major case over right to carry guns outside the home. Credit Suisse maintains a buy rating on Realx plc. RLXXF, E-mini, loss of momentum. Broadridge integrates fund apps regulatory compliance tech. Maximus's subsidiary bags up to $950 million in 2 contracts for Restart program in UK. ECB's Lane highlights how the central bank is using high-frequency indicators, leading and lagging sectors for April 26, 2021. Are recent IPO stocks UiPath and Double Verify buys? Unreturned Sabrina the Teenage Witch VHS leads to U.S. woman's arrest warrant. Emerson Sensi predicts Smart HVAC wins 2021 Edison Award. Dr. Scott Gottlieb says it's now time to lift outdoor COVID mask requirements. Banking circle hires Maher Zayamoglu. Supreme Court takes up state secrets dispute involving Guantanamo detainee. Anthony Bourdain's travel wisdom featured in new guidebook. Fact check: no, Biden is not trying to force Americans to eat less red meat. TFSA buys, one neglected auto stock for the patient value investor. A new travel guide from the late Anthony Bourdain. Worldview: wreckage of Indonesia's submarine found. India's coronavirus crisis. Gingrich advises Trump on dealing with the intelligence community. Full interview. Newt Gingrich, January 15. Manchin reacts to Donald Trump. John Lewis disagreement. Five questions for Tesla, TSLA stock. Securrency raises $30 million. Nicola, the story isn't over yet. G1 Therapeutics reports pooled results from COSALA program in lung cancer. Pfizer's COVID-19 pill could be ready later this year. Report, Roku says anti-competitive demands from Google are threatening YouTube TV and platform. Apple, strong earnings could mean new high. The danger of overconsumption of energy drinks. A young man drank 4 cans a day for 2 years and ended up in the ICU with multiple symptoms. Cinedigm partners with Fantavild Animation for new streaming channel Fantavild. 3 reasons to feel uneasy about the stock market. Earnings preview. Will Tesla deliver in Q1? Nature more important than ever during lockdown. Feinsley CEO joins U.S. Faster Payments Council Board Advisory Group. 6-1 Commodities announces the acquisition of Vega Energy Partners and WGL Midstream. Venue Networks delivers broadband provider edge services with Red Hat OpenShift. Lineage Logistics expands its European logistics offering with the acquisition of UTI Forwarding. Proofpoint merger investigation. Hal Prasad LLP announces investigation into whether the sale of Proofpoint Incorporated is fair to shareholders. Investors are encouraged to contact the firm. PFPT. Isle Square Capital announces the acquisition of Tri-State Wholesale Flooring, LLC. Flagstar merger investigation. Hal Prasad LLP announces investigation into whether the sale of Flagstar Bancorp Incorporated is fair to shareholders. Investors are encouraged to contact the firm. FBC. Deutsche Bank maintains a hold rating on Roche Holding AG, RHHVF, 2021 Teen Resource Center Database, helpful life hacks for today's teens, researchandmarkets.com. Deutsche Bank keeps their buy rating on Anglo American, AUKF, United States Toys Market Report 2021, Growth, Demand, Analysis, Trends, Opportunity, Forecasts, 2017 to 2020 and 2021 to 2027, researchandmarkets.com. E-mini, after 13 bull bars streak, can this be an inverted V-top? S&P 500 index opens modestly higher, financial stocks post strong gains, Supreme Court agrees to hear major New York gun rights case, SiriusXM acquires 99% Invisible Incorporated. Quick facts, what ESG investing is, and why it matters. More Americans getting COVID-19 vaccine, but hesitancies remain. Securrency secures $30 million through Series B funding round. 1847 Holdings raises equity to $6.7 million through niece subsidiary sale. Equinor delays Hammerfest LNG plant restart until next March. Patterson Company's subsidiary to acquire Millervit Holdings. Apple glasses could turn any surface into a touchscreen thanks to augmented reality. Disney's streaming gains and reopening position weighed down by valuation. Wolverhampton taxi driver loses license for refusing guide dog. TAMIC adds veteran consumer lending leader to drive growth. The Northern Trust Institute launches Tax Policy Resource Center. Clarion Partners Real Estate Income Fund Incorporated, CP Rife, acquires biomanufacturing facility in Braintree, Massachusetts. The law offices of Frank R. Cruz announces the filing of a securities class action on behalf of Credit Suisse Group AG, CS. Investors, Thomas E. Fruman to retire as Cintas Corporation Senior Vice President, General Counsel and Secretary on July 31, 2021, Deepak Denton to succeed Fruman on August 1, 2021. UKG announces Innovation Award winners at Virtual Connections Customer Conference. 121 Financial Credit Union selects NCR Digital Banking for Consumers and NCR Digital Banking for Business. The Last Days of Satoshi. What happened when Bitcoin's creator disappeared? IMAB's IL-6 drug hits primary endpoint goal in mid-stage ulcerative colitis study. Sapiens appoints Jamie Yoder as North America President and General Manager. Apple hit with antitrust complaint in Germany ahead of iOS privacy change. Sandgrove Capital Management LLP UK regulatory announcement. Form 8.3, Agreco plc. Inviva joins the Sea Cargo Charter for Responsible Shipping. Luminar takes to the skies in partnership with world's largest aviation company. Suspect faces numerous charges after alleged assault on Delaware policeman and elderly couple. Get the Microsoft Surface headphones new for just $82 at Woot. 33 heartfelt Mother's Day gifts perfect for any mom. Arrest after OAP killed in Highlands crash with lorry. Sensient Technologies. Debt overview. Kimberly Clark's debt overview. A look into Schlumberger's debt. A look into Honeywell International's debt. Price over earnings overview. Autoleave. A look into Gentex's price over earnings. Scopus Bio files application for immuno-oncology RNA therapy in U.S. Ascend announces the acquisition of LMR Consulting Incorporated. Quintillion and Equinix work to bring next-generation services to polar orbiting satellites. Landshare announces the launch of its upcoming real estate investment platform. TELUS next-generation 5G network tops the industry, taking home 6 awards from UK-based OpenSignal. Wireless earphone market research report by product type, by distribution channel, by application, global forecast to 2025, cumulative impact of COVID-19, how to boost your credit score ahead of local elections, the best gaming TV to buy for the PS5 and Xbox Series 10, liquid cannabis brand Alt partners with Inanna Manufacturing. Tarsier Pharma completes successful pre-IND meeting with the FDA for its TRSO2 program of back-of-the-eye blinding indications. ACR Data Science Institute, DSI, links use cases to NCI Archive to speed artificial intelligence development. Wheels Up selects Amperity's enterprise customer data platform. Moz Peating Rod's global warehouses network is in progress. Latest data show continued uncertainty for U.S. hospitals, health systems, and physician groups amid ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. What does AZZ's debt look like? PE ratio insights for Southside Bank shares. Camping World begins accepting Bitcoin for RV purchases. Nexstar Media Incorporated to launch Rewind TV on September 1st. Acrotech Biopharma announces the publication of data from a Phase 1 study of Beliodac, belinostat, combined with standard CHOP, Bel-CHOP, in patients with previously untreated peripheral T-cell lymphoma. Verve/Yumi's audiophile vinyl reissue series Acoustic Sounds celebrates Impulse. Record 60th anniversary with definitive pressings of some of the label's best-known jazz albums. AT&T Fiber customers can level up on internet speeds and security features at no extra charge. 4 tips for taking a chance on yourself from best-selling author Lorenzo Carcaterra. Ohio Congressman Tim Ryan announces Senate bid. Report. JP Morgan prepares to launch actively managed Bitcoin fund. Policy Genius welcomes Chet Angle as Vice President of Sales, Life Operations. Biden is set to loosen the rules for wearing masks outside. Report says, JP Morgan could make its first Bitcoin fund available to private rich clients as soon as this summer. Report says, a record win for Patrick Henry College ranks PHC third in collegiate mock trial among the nation's top colleges and universities. COVID-19, one new death linked to coronavirus reported in NE. Tesla stock price, Nasdaq, TSLA, results due after the close on Monday, chart levels to watch, Supreme Court to consider Second Amendment concealed carry case, founded by Australia's National Science Agency, Main Sequence launches $250 million Australian dollars deep tech fund, Esquire advertising marks over 1,000 free COVID-19 market analysis reports served to retailers nationwide, US dollar to Swiss franc moves away from multi-week close, clings to modest gains above mid-0.9100s. Chloe Zhao's historic sweep at the Oscars censored in China, man dead after jumping in front of Brooklyn subway train, NYPD says, women have set a new Oscars record. Adobe inks cloud deals with Pfizer, Walgreens, other healthcare companies. Spot Here launches in-dash parking reservation app for drivers on Android Auto. There is no cybersecurity skills gap, but CISOs must think creatively. TechCrunch. Vaccine hoarding is all the more disturbing as a COVID disaster unfolds in India. Gabby Hinsliff. Sharp partisanship weakens government, says Obama. Iran president says significant progress has been made on nuclear deal negotiations. Zscaler and Varonis Systems are among the top 7 cybersecurity stocks this earnings season. Wedbush says, personal branding, how the brand I makes you successful in your professional and private life. 2 men arrested in County Derry after bomb found next to police officer's car. Muya Burgers, Fries and Shakes features its fan favorites Burger Hall of Dang! Registered on April 26. Zscaler and Varonis Systems are among the top 7 cybersecurity stocks this earnings season, Wedbush says. VRNS, ZS, TLS, SAIL, TEND, PANW, FTNT, school climate strikers urge boycott of Science Museum show over shell deal. Vaccination in the workplace, CAE's hub now open to administer COVID-19 vaccines. U.S. Supreme Court takes up dispute over Guantanamo detainees interrogation, a new NFT project that combines DeFi and e-commerce emerges. SME announces open nominations for the 2021 Excellence in Manufacturing Training Award. Dr. Dave Amin joins Empower Health to drive value-based care through tools and technology for its clinically integrated network. 5 tips to manage tinnitus and inner ear ringing symptoms. Sequential Brands Group announces sale of Healy's brand. Pi acquires Paragon Payments Solutions for undisclosed sum. TELUS Next Generation 5G network tops the industry, taking home 6 awards from UK-based OpenSignal. Marlee Matlin sign language snub at Oscars outrages fans. Botox Bio's preoperative med associated with pain reduction, lower opioids use in patients after knee replacement. Altius Renewable Royalties announces 2 new royalties created under Tri Global Energy Royalty Financing Partnership. How the Spice Girls taught me boys could like girls' things. Rebel Wilson gives playful tour of LA Rams Malibu Drafthouse. SPAC Churchill Capital 4 gains on speculation of Lucid Motors collaboration with Apple. Pharmacello completes initial shipments to Brazilian customers. Global Emerging Mental Health Devices and Platforms Market Report 2021 to 2030 with snapshots of BioSelf technology, innovative neurological devices, Leaf Therapeutics, NeuroSigma, and Sentio Solutions. ResearchandMarkets.com, Apple to spend $1 billion on new 3,000 employee campus in North Carolina. India Air Purifier Market 2021 to 2027, types, technology, sales channels, noise level, weight, height, area applicability, airflow, applications, regions, and competitive landscape. ResearchandMarkets.com, Middle East Data Center Market Outlook and Forecast Report 2021 to 2026 featuring key critical, IT, infrastructure providers, contractors, and investors. ResearchandMarkets.com, Toll Brothers wins a buy rating at Janney on pricing power, margin outlook. Dr. Stephen Geim answers call to meet COVID-19 challenge, assists with vaccinations. Valley National Bancorp, exposure to commercial estate, but at low LTV ratios. Etsy stock falls after key bank warns smashing earnings reports could fade. Turks demonstrate against Biden's Armenian genocide decision. How a lack of trust in government explains Brexit vote. Report, 2017 the year of trust in crisis. Public Relations CEO, U.S. election was a vote on trust in government. Elizabeth City declares state of emergency as Andrew Brown's family prepares to view video of fatal police shooting. PR CEO Richard Edelman's advice to Trump on restoring trust. Near record heat fuels severe storms this week. Dunkin' is adding a new plant-based milk to menus. Vanguard Russell 1000 Value ETF provides wider coverage than S&P 500 focused ETFs. Galp Energia, SGPS, SAS, GLPEV. Management on Q1 2021 results. Earnings call transcript. Molnupiravir approval sought to target early-stage COVID-19 cases. Natco Vice Chairman. Netflix won the most Oscars this year of any studio, but still lost Best Picture to Disney. CREF acquires Green Seal Environmental. Photos show the deadly toll of COVID in India as coronavirus cases top 17 million. Video. Viridiana Alvarez, the Mexican who conquered the 3 highest mountains in the world. Is mixed messaging fueling vaccine doubt? GOP Governor Larry Hogan calls for a narrower infrastructure plan from Biden. European Commission takes legal action against AstraZeneca for breach of contracts. WHO proposes to raise wages by 1.5% this year and between 2% and 3% from 2022 in the dialogue for the collective bargaining agreement. IPO preview. Endeavor Group, FTC Solar and several medical offerings top the week. Argosy Private Equity announces the sale of DSI Logistics. Study. Senior Treasury and finance professionals are cautiously optimistic entering Q2 2021. MediaSpay transforms the payments process. Ha McNeil joins Pangiam as CEO of Strategic Consulting. Benzinga's top ratings upgrades, downgrades for April 26, 2021. Protiviti named one of 2021 best workplaces in consulting and professional services by Great Place to Work. EU starts legal action against AstraZeneca over vaccine shortfalls. GameStop execs to collect $269 million on their way out. Dow rallies as Bitcoin surges above $54,000. Tesla jumps before earnings, while Coinbase climbs. Ex-Circle bosses cleared of fraud over alleged hacking scandal. Monday's Market Minute. Economic data to watch. California, New York among states likely to lose House seats in census data. Florida and Texas set to gain. Vizient adds more than 900 facilities to its healthcare performance improvement analytics portfolio. Mindbreeze and Adesso are strategic partners in the field of intelligent knowledge management. US dollar to Canadian dollar nears 1.24 as the loonie soars. RV shipments reach all-time high in first quarter of 2021. Tether market cap swells past $50 billion. USDT stablecoin gets listed on Coinbase Pro. C Global Asset Management launches world's first Ethereum mutual fund. #IfThenSheCan. The exhibit featuring more than 120 female STEM ambassadors from across the country debuts at North Park Center in Dallas on May 15. North America and Europe luxury interior fabric, curtains, upholstery, bed linen, market size, share and trends analysis report 2021 to 2028, researchandmarkets.com, Sequential Brands complete Sealy's sale to BBC International, CMUV Bancorp reports Q1 results. Family-owned industrial conglomerate Standard Industries to buy chemical giant W.R. Grace for $7 billion. LexisNexis Special Services appoints William G. Gross to Board of Directors. InventHelp inventor develops convenient accessory for mailboxes. TST 437, Worldwide Nitric Oxide Industry to 2030, Concepts of Known Health and Disease as a Basis for Therapeutics and Development of New Drugs. China Shaoxing Wanmokuiangi Global Innovation Competition is officially launched. Generations Bancorp New York Incorporated names Angela Kramer as its new Chief Financial Officer. InventHelp inventors develop excavator/track hoe attachment for clearing land. Pitt 1177. Boris Johnson denies ever saying he'd rather have bodies pile up than another lockdown. Video. Deep Green Waste and Recycling pursuing acquisitions in waste management and remediation. IQST. Ixtal announces IoT Smart Tank field test success. Production rollout in May. Ohio Democrat Tim Ryan announces Senate run for Portman seat. New York Times Fauci Awards draw social media ridicule. Embarrassing. Biden administration set to relax outdoor mask guidance. NFL superstar Rob Gronkowski sets world record with 600-foot catch. Global Plastic Market Size, Share and Trends Analysis Report 2021, PP, PU, PVC, PET, polystyrene, ABS, PBT, PPO, epoxy polymers, LCP, PC, polyamide, researchandmarkets.com. We're in a cybersecurity arms race. Is Coinbase stock a buy below $300? Benzinga. Medical cannabis dispensaries sue City of Miami for right to open. State Supreme Court tosses Florida recreational ballot drive. Is Coinbase stock a buy below $300? Japan Airlines opens direct flights from Sheremetyevo to Haneda Airport. First Internet Bank commits $250,000 to Hamilton County Community Foundation. Lafayette Square appoints industry veteran Stephen Usher as head of distribution. Brightly Dentures Plus Implants expands into Milwaukee. Global Engineering Services Outsourcing Market 2021 to 2025 Industry Analysis, Market Trends, Market Growth, Opportunities and Forecast 2025. Technavio. Neoleukin's IL-2 agonist candidate cleared to start Phase 1 trial in solid tumors. Stock alert, Microvision trading 21% higher. Mid-morning market update, markets rise, Lennox beats Q1 views. MICT subsidiary secures certification to operate its smart camera product on T-Mobile's global mobile network. Seagate, there's more to the 50% YTD price appreciation and 3% yield than meets the eye. VP applies to set up U.S. retail power business. Reuters, listen to episode 66 of Gangs All Here. Jets NFL draft preview featuring Joe Benigno. Princess Diana's wedding dress to be displayed at Kensington Palace for Royal Style in the Making exhibit. Mega cap companies on tap for earnings this week include Tesla, Apple, Alphabet, Microsoft. Trump and Bingham stroll into World Championship quarterfinals. Used still struggles above 100-hour MA. Peter Thiel is spending $10 million to back a business partner's Senate bid. Generations Bancorp New York names new CFO. Deadly ice storm cripples travel across Great Plains. Supreme Court case could expand gun rights in New York. Riata shares up till to 7% as Barclays sees promise in lead candidate Bartoloxone. Saudi Arabia stocks higher at close of trade, to Dalal share up 0.87%. Netflix's pandemic boost is over, but here's why I'm not worried. Samsung may need to build its first U.S. battery megafactory after its deal with Amazon-backed unicorn Rivian. 16 charming airbnbs in Savannah that put you in or near the city's historic district. ECB bought net €31.98 billion of assets last week versus €17 billion previously. Draper Esprit shares year-end update. Pre-institution mediation, abolishing IP appellate board to help MSMEs with speedy justice. Law Ministry. Ringling Brothers ends circus as ticket sales plunge. Inside the effort to secure President-elect Trump's inauguration, Trump's press secretary on healthcare goals, fight with Representative John Lewis. Global 5G testing equipment market share, size, trends, industry analysis report 2020 to 2027, researchandmarkets.com. Optime Care recognizes April 26 to 30th Patient Experience Week, highlights patient-first approach to treatment of orphan and rare disorders. NBC Global UK regulatory announcement, Form 8.3, Siglane Equity April 23, 2021 decreased traded position. Global hyperopia market epidemiology forecasts to 2030, patient segmentation, disease risk and burden and factors driving growth in a specific patient population. Researchandmarkets.com, Alabama, Mississippi mark Confederate Memorial Day. NBC Global UK regulatory announcement, Form 8.3, AG Kaline Equity April 23, 2021 increased traded position. NBC Global UK regulatory announcement, Form 8.3. Gislane Equity April 23, 2021 increased traded position. Talladega fright, near miss for NASCAR's Bubba Wallace as Logano flips car, video. Turkey's cryptocurrency nightmare worsened after a second exchange collapsed, stoking fears about Bitcoin's risks. TSMC invests $2.8 billion to mass-produce scarce auto chips in China by 2023. U.S. durable goods orders come up a bit short in March. Dallas Fed April Manufacturing Index 37.3 versus 30 expected. BrainsWay stock is trading higher after FDA OK's 3-minute theta burst treatment protocol for major depressive disorder. Syria Rights Group urges world to reject presidential vote. Prince William and Kate Middleton's Royal Range Rover up for auction. Supreme Court to hear major gun rights appeal over carrying concealed handguns in public. Limited duration KEF sector update. Girl abducted as baby reunites with parents 18 years later. Philip Morris draws cautious view from Argus due to regulatory uncertainty. Shooting in Kansas City leaves one person dead and 3 others injured. Police say, Supreme Court won't let Texas immediately defend Trump-era public charge immigration rule. Synagogues vandalized in brazen attacks. Surveillance video released. Greystone provides $17.2 million in HUD-insured financing for skilled nursing facility in Tucson, Arizona. US dollar to Canadian dollar rate forecast. March low on radar amid search for support. Josh fight. Hundreds join friendly battle for naming rights. Anima Biotech to present at multiple industry and scientific conferences in April. Hill International names Michael B. Smith president of the company's Americas region and promotes new U.S. leaders. Tesla earnings report. Delivery guidance is the number to look for, says analyst. United States Dallas Fed Manufacturing Business Index above expectations, 23.4, in April, actual, 37.3, record Bitcoin bet on the Kentucky Derby to be announced by BISR. Belgium business confidence improves for 5th month. Roku, Google's unfair demands may make YouTube TV's app go dark. CNET. BachTech Inc.'s collaborative MO for providing processing for African concentrates. Equity Monday, social media crackdowns, earnings, and a funding deluge. What could the Trump replacement for Obamacare look like? USA Today's Susan Page on Trump's healthcare plan. Outlook on the value-based care payment global market to 2030, featuring Change Healthcare, Wipro and Thrive among others. ComBR Opportunity Fund honored with Refinitiv Lipper Award recognizing risk-adjusted performance. Hexion wins 17 American Chemistry Council, ACC, Responsible Care Awards. Yvette Ostalaza named chair-elect of Sidley's Management Committee. A majority of U.S. consumers lack confidence in stock investments, express concern about funding retirement. A Realize survey finds, SAT 2021 Annual Declaration, live video tutorial to present it. Government Blockchain Association, GBA, announces the first release of the impact of cryptocurrency adoption on government. Influ2 honored for best in the 25th Annual Webby Awards. Alabama woman arrested for falsifying coronavirus test results in Virgin Islands. Be like Kathy Wood and let skills pay the bills. Should you buy Coinbase after a correction? Canopy Growth versus Curaleaf, which cannabis stock is a better buy? Elon Musk's influence on Bitcoin and altcoins, fact or myth? Three dead in cursed Target Tasmania car rally, like an explosion. Boingo Wireless investor alert by the former Attorney General of Louisiana, Conswick and Foti, LLC investigates adequacy of price and process in proposed sale of Boingo Wireless Incorporated, Wi-Fi. CRN recognizes Dremio on its 2021 Big Data 100 list. Michigan became COVID-19 hotspot as variants rose and vigilance fell. Italy's Robinson Crusoe forced to leave Mediterranean island. Best Market Segment Report, AM Best maintains stable outlook on German non-life insurance segment. Montrose Environmental, the world is a mess, here's one way to benefit from cleanup. Domino's is bringing back this 1980s mascot. Punjab, India, has ordered a 6 p.m. weekday curfew and a full weekend lockdown as COVID-19 cases surge across the country. Tony Gonzalez on NFL Championship Games, movie debut, Titus Burgess on Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, 4-year-old girl reads more than 1,000 books, euro to US dollar, will rally continue? U.S. Dallas Fed Manufacturing Business Index improves to 37.3 in April versus 23.4 expected. McDonald's attracts even more constructive view from Evercore. Analysts are bullish on these healthcare stocks. Trillium Therapeutics, TRIL, Pyrus Pharmaceuticals, PIRS, AMC Entertainment Incorporated. Should I buy AMC stock? Smashes resistance, gap to be filled at $11.76. Trident could be forced overseas or halted if Scotland gains independence. If getting lost is the best way to explore somewhere new, I'm playing a blinder. Big earnings week ahead to close April in style. iFlyTech's 2020 annual report highlights company's major growth in education and healthcare businesses. Trump attacks Representative John Lewis, CIA, and SNL on Twitter. Man on call with 911 shot 10 times by Virginia Sheriff's deputy. Ever loved a dog? This new trailer will have you in tears. During Trump administration, will press still have offices at White House? iOS 14.5, why Apple's new iPhone update is proving so controversial and has put it in a fight with Facebook. Pubs and cafes reopen, first drink of the year. Amanti Industries Incorporated provides an operational update for its Songdong tungsten and moly mines. India, black market blamed for oxygen shortages. Winston & Strawn expands leveraged finance team with addition of Rachel Gray in New York. TC Transcontinental steps up and opens a vaccination center against COVID-19 in Montreal's Rivière des Prairies, Pointe-aux-Trembles borough. Unicure stock pops after FDA says it can resume gene therapy tests. Index charts see improvement. Berkshire Hathaway's annual meeting is Saturday. Here's what Warren Buffett is likely to be asked about. Fears Ma to death. Boy, 14, in court over Noom stabbing. Investors have lots to digest between earnings, data, Fed this week. Senator Capito hopes Trump plays a role in 2022 and 2024 elections. UN facing scrutiny over letting Iran join women's rights panel. Why Casper Sleep stock rallied 28% at the open today. The drone future flies even closer. India Point of Sale Terminal Market Report 2021 featuring prominent players, ePaysa Services, EasyTap Mobile Solutions, and MobiSwipe Technologies. ResearchandMarkets.com, Unilever to acquire Onit, Jean-Michel Basquiat's monumental skull painting, in this case from 1983, to anchor Christie's New York 21st Century Evening Sale in May. Global and United States Respiratory Care Medical Devices Market Size, Trends and Forecasts Report 2021 to 2025. ResearchandMarkets.com, United States Generic Drugs Market Report 2020 to 2026. Focus on CNS, cardiovascular, dermatology, genitourinary/hormonal, respiratory, anti-infective and oncology. ResearchandMarkets.com. Emma Faulds, differing accounts from murder accused. Maryland to probe Chauvin defense witness tenure as state's chief medical examiner. Thinking about buying stock in Castor Maritime, Uxin, Zomedica, Plug Power, or Nokia? Invent help inventor develops eye-catching design for hats. TRO 407, stock alert, Albertsons companies drops 6% despite better than expected results. Cuba fast facts, Liz Cheney on charging Trump, that's a decision that the Justice Department is going to have to make. Facebook is building its own in-app podcast player. Workhuman welcomes New York Times bestselling author Adam Grant as keynote speaker at annual conference. Kessler Topaz Meltzer and Check, LLP, final deadline reminder for Ag Eagle Aerial Systems Incorporated investors, WAVs, what to know before you go to a sporting event, whether you're vaccinated or not. Bitcoin is back up after a 5-day slump. Rolling Stones legend Ronnie Wood is cancer-free for a second time. John Dickerson takes a look at past presidential inaugurations. Astro Crypto, Bitcoin and the full pink moon in Scorpio. House GOP leader says Trump goes up and down with his anger as justification for defending the former president post-Capitol riot. National parks are free on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Dozens dead in Kyrgyzstan from cargo plane crash. 7 inspiring Martin Luther King Jr. quotes to live by. Donkey is gearing up to launch its yield farming app. Wife of Orlando massacre gunman arrested. Trump inauguration boycott grows after John Lewis feud. Tony Gonzalez on NFL playoffs, acting debut. Major Garrett vows to continue White House coverage despite Trump administration. Chinese media labels Trump a rookie. Trump vows insurance for everybody. Google stock momentum will be tested in first quarter earnings report. Johnson's renovations are immaterial, unlike the other sleaze allegations. Simon Jenkins, Is sideways the new down? Inquest finds neglect contributed to disabled woman's hospital death, how MMA fighter Donald Williams helped achieve justice for George Floyd. Blackstone bids to take controlling interest in Emphasis. Growth in Texas manufacturing activity remains robust. Outlooks improve further. Akamai gains on speculation of potential activist push from Elliott. Penn enters NFT space through Barstool and Dave Portnoy. Spotify, Facebook enhance integration with expanded deal. Braemar Hotels upgraded to buy at B. Riley on spiking demand for resort hotels. Apple iPhone privacy update seen hurting Facebook revenue in second quarter. Wheat price rises to highest in 8 years on supply concerns. UK Jurisdiction Task Force of LawTech UK publishes rules for dispute resolution for crypto, blockchain. OPEC plus JTC leaves oil demand growth forecast unchanged, Reuters. SiriusXM acquires Roman Mars 99% invisible podcast for undisclosed sum. Thinking about trading options or stock in advanced micro devices, Ford, General Motors, Bank of America, or Carnival Corp? Google and Microsoft offer resources and millions in donations to help see India through its COVID-19 crisis. AlphaSoft Store launches premium accounts. Why I'm investing £500 a month in a spread of the best shares to buy now. Matthew Keyser talks about top 5 RV travel destinations in the United States. Sevilla set up La Liga title race for the ages on day the clock stopped. Sid Lowe. Inovio to conduct Phase 3 trials of COVID-19 vaccine outside the U.S. as U.S. government stops funding. Thousands of NYC students head back to classrooms for in-person learning. Nickelodeon's environmental racism segment sparks backlash from conservative viewers. Unilever agrees to buy a lifestyle company on it. Terms not disclosed. Global naval vessel MRO markets, 2021 to 2029. Demand for C4ISR, communications, command, control, computers, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance systems is expected to boost future growth. Researchandmarkets.com, Global COVID-19 Vaccines Development and Rollout Report 2021, mass rollouts begin but hurdles are halting progress. Researchandmarkets.com, Supreme Court to hear New York case on carrying handguns in public. Snap exceeds estimates across the board and reaches a critical milestone. AP Photos, faces new and familiar at a most unusual Oscars. DoD issues RPP through the National Spectrum Consortium to develop near real-time spectrum management technologies to support operational outcomes. We could hear the birds looking for their nests. J2 Global Incorporated, Moody's affirms J2's B1 rating, stable outlook. Nedbank and MasterCard team on WhatsApp payments for small businesses. PwC survey. CEO confidence rises despite risks and uncertainty. CEO survey finds that CEOs feel positive and confident about election outcome. Climate tipping points may have been reached already. Experts say Trump will keep his Twitter as president. Will the iPhone 8 be similar to the iPhone 4? Trump continues feud with Representative John Lewis. U.S. stocks move modestly higher amid optimism about earnings. Crypto crash, one top Canadian stock to buy instead of Bitcoin. The Old Faithful screen has lived up to its name. This is what I plan to do about the Carnival share price. CIA director, Trump's off-the-cuff style is dangerous. Trump feuds with civil rights icon John Lewis. Bradley Welsh accused not my attacker, claims friend, Jim Cramer. Dogecoin is a sport. Those $1,400 stimulus checks are still arriving by mail. Here's how to spot them. Rolling Stones rocker Ronnie Wood says he had a secret second battle with cancer, was given the all-clear. Alimera Sciences' innovative treatment for diabetic macular edema vision loss lasts for up to 3 years. Tether market capitalization hits $50 billion as use of the US dollar stablecoin grows. Doctors and COVID-19 patients in India are turning to social media in desperate pleas for oxygen, blood plasma, and ICU beds. Prezi, Australia's #1 fastest growing e-gift card company, is championing the fact that mom knows best this Mother's Day. COVID vaccines should not be required to return to campus, states the Association of American Physicians and Surgeons, AAPS, in a letter to university presidents. Global Fumaric Acid Market Report 2021, Industry Trends, Share, Size, Growth, Opportunity, and Forecasts, 2015 to 2020 and 2021 to 2026, researchandmarkets.com. Judges targeted fast facts, Roe v. Wade. Fast facts. In leaked tape, Iran's foreign minister heard criticizing Revolutionary Guards and Qasem Soleimani. 2021 SCO International Investment and Trade Expo opens in Jiaozhou, Qingdao. Digital Media Solutions, LLC. Moody's assigns B2 CFR to Digital Media Solutions and B2 to new first lien credit facilities. Outlook stable. Wall Street ends a volatile week. What's next? Americans worried as axe looms over Obamacare. ExxonMobil to release first quarter 2021 financial results. Heavy ice storms and tornadoes hit central U.S. Lawmakers debate police reform legislation as Biden prepares to discuss the issue in his upcoming address. President Obama, one of only 14 presidents to serve 2 full terms, Otis reach new high as brighter outlook. Surging orders raise hopes. Investment arm of world's second largest reinsurer swoops in on NIO, Tesla stock in Q1. Two stocks that are industry titans. Bank of Japan preview, forecast from 8 major banks. Should you buy Nvidia stock? Here are the key numbers to look at now. COVID-19 appears perfectly engineered to destroy the houses of sand built by populist leaders. United Health Foundation launches $2.6 million partnership with Touro University, Nevada to improve maternal health and reduce disparities in underserved communities. /REPEAT, Media Advisory, Government of Canada to make housing-related announcement in Vancouver. Lument arranges $168 million bridge to HUD financing for skilled nursing portfolio. My Alarm Center announces promotion of Eric Mellon to Vice President of Technology. Patients at even more risk under PC's 8-year funding plan, like operating hospitals today with 34,000 fewer staff and $4.4 billion less. The workshop at Macy's celebrates 10th anniversary of the first of its kind diverse and women-owned vendor development program. Prezi, Australia's #1 fastest growing e-gift card company, is championing the fact that mom knows best this Mother's Day. Win 2 away carry-ons in the April _Faves giveaway. Women in Technology. WIT, expands board with appointment of new board members. A full pink supermoon will illuminate the night sky tonight. Crusoe Energy is tackling energy use for cryptocurrencies and data centers and greenhouse gas emissions. Russia signals a Putin-Biden summit is likely for mid-June. Detroit-based Signal Advisors raises $16 million to build end-to-end platform for independent financial advisors, 7 times the military lost nukes, and 4 times it never found them. Interscope Hearing, OTC, INND, signs and Lloyd to license Audio Cardio Incorporated sound therapy tech to deploy a subscription-based app. AQSD deadline alert. Braunstein, Gewertz, and Grossman, LLC reminds Aquestive Therapeutics Incorporated investors of class action and lead plaintiff deadline, April 30, 2021. CS shareholder alert. Braunstein, Gewertz, and Grossman, LLC reminds Credit Suisse Group AG shareholders of class action and encourages investors to contact the firm. LFMD shareholder alert. Braunstein, Gewertz, and Grossman, LLC reminds LifeMD Incorporated shareholders of class action and encourages investors to contact the firm. FKWL shareholder alert. Braunstein, Gewertz, and Grossman, LLC reminds Franklin Wireless Corporation shareholders of class action and encourages investors to contact the firm. MGI deadline alert. Braunstein, Gewertz, and Grossman, LLC reminds MoneyGram International Incorporated investors of class action and lead plaintiff deadline, April 30, 2021. ManageWare secures strategic funding. Free webinar, April 28. How digital technology will help your business thrive. Myths and facts about COVID-19 vaccines. Proficient helps Monkey Sports achieve double-digit sales growth with commerce experience powered by Magento Commerce. KBRA releases ESG research. Financial institutions. KBRA's approach to ESG climate and reputational risk management. Joe Biden, 50% of cancers can be eliminated. Brex unveils all-in-one financial solution for businesses. DC's hottest ticket, National African American Museum. Brex announces Series D investment round. Reviva Pharmaceuticals. Okugan leads healthcare gainers. MeMedx, Shineco among major losers. Elcom ASA reports Q1 results. Gene Cernan, last man to walk on the moon, dies at 82. Splunk vs PTC, which Internet of Things, IoT, stock is a better buy. 3 gold stocks Wall Street analysts predict will rally by more than 30%. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus closing. Decline in new COVID-19 cases could last despite a slowdown in vaccine rollout. Experts, controversial dashcam video released in police excessive force case. Under Armour's CEO was broke after year 1. Here's what happened next. Bozanian McGregor LLC announces Bergen County-based family law firm with a refreshingly dynamic approach. Global Aesthetic Medical Laser Systems Market Report 2021. Skin rejuvenation segment to contribute larger share to market during 2020 to 2027. Researchandmarkets.com. Global Food Logistics Market Report 2021. The market surpassed $100 billion in 2020. Forecast to 2026. Researchandmarkets.com. Pulse nightclub shooter's widow arrested. Shark Tank star Damon John catches backlash for tweet praising Louis Farrakhan's speech at DMX's funeral. Woke NYC school curriculum prompts dad to move daughter to Florida. 3 arrested during protest in support of Jacob Blake Jr. Mother, son killed by bulls in Germany. Ethereum's Vitalik Buterin donates $600,000 for India COVID relief campaign. Review. Jhumpa Lahiri's new novel is very novel. Why I'm buying Activision right now. Furlough cash. Businesses repay £760 million as HMRC cracks down on fraudsters. Used CAD breaks 1.2400 with sellers in firm control. Manchester fire chief warns against reckless behavior after wildfires. Manchester City's Awesome League Cup foursome. Football Weekly. The semiconductor shortage, whatever could go wrong, did go wrong. COVID surge swallowing people in India. Footage shows people dead in streets. Immunization services begin slow recovery from COVID-19 disruptions, though millions of children remain at risk from deadly diseases. UNICEF, pair swept out to sea at Mali and died accidentally. United Health Foundation launches $2.6 million partnership with Touro University, Nevada. Turkcell offers a nice discount on dependable growth. KT stock attracts lush price target from Evercore after investor event. Best Buy stands strong amid pandemic, not quite undervalued. Republic First Bancorp's FRBK CEO Vernon Hill on Q1 2021 results, earnings call transcript, CDC updates coronavirus summer camp guidance, Glenn Close's viral debut dance at 2021 Oscars was scripted, report, AP blasted for divisive, sensational police killings story in aftermath of Derek Chauvin verdict. Tesla is set to release its first quarter earnings report today, here's what to expect. Victory Square Technologies stock is estimated to be significantly overvalued. Paratech Pharmaceuticals stock shows every sign of being possible value trap. U.S. astronaut Gene Cernan dies, ahead of inauguration. Trump talks policy plans. Orlando gunman's wife arrested. Trump, Lewis is all talk, no action. ET update. Taylor Swift's new venture, Hidden Figures box office success, and more. Pound Pharmaceuticals to participate in the B. Riley Securities Neuroscience Conference. Swisslog Healthcare supports correctional healthcare advancement through donation to National Commission on Correctional Healthcare Foundation. Why Wells Fargo is a must-own stock. Agreco shareholders vote through £2.3 billion takeover bid. Americans are paying more for previously owned homes than brand new ones. Nathan's Famous partners with Meatless Farm to launch first gourmet plant-based hot dog, exclusive before January 6. FBI collected information from at least 4 Proud Boys. Fox News Peter Ducey marries Fox Business Hillary Vaughn. Georgia authorities search for 5 murder suspects after mother found dead. Uber is planning its push into the cutthroat grocery business led by Instacart and DoorDash. Optiv Security announces key executive appointments to support growth strategy. KBRA assigns preliminary ratings to MSC 2021 L5. ING Group AGM adopts all agenda items. How to use iOS 14.5's new app tracking blocker. Why American Eagle Outfitters stock just dropped. Westwood Insurance Agency appoints new Vice President Client Development and Partnerships. The Oscar-winning directors of Two Distant Strangers wore tuxedos that honored black victims of police killings. Roku alleges Google is using its monopoly power in YouTube TV carriage negotiations. Review: legal writer John Grisham pens a basketball thriller. Family of Andrew Brown Jr. could see body cam video today. Trump's Secretary of Education pick hopes to expand vouchers. Charter schools. Is President-elect Trump at war with the media? Representative Barbara Lee lists reasons she won't attend Trump's inauguration. Unions slam Trump's pick for Secretary of Education. Trump honors MLK amid spat with civil rights icon Rep. Lewis. 3 top TSX stocks to buy with $1,000 right now. 1/16. Trump feuds with civil rights icon John Lewis. DC's hottest ticket. National African American Museum. Turkish media says main suspect from Istanbul New Year's attack arrested. A first look at playing Steam PC games on Xbox with mouse and keyboard. JP Morgan reportedly launching an actively managed Bitcoin fund. Watch how advertisers can navigate the death of third-party cookies, according to execs from Mars Petcare, r/GA, The Washington Post, and The Trade Desk. Why we still don't have another Concorde. 3 tech execs say the future of mobile computing is in our glasses, health tracking wearables, and more. Frustrated third-party sellers say Walmart's platform is severely lacking compared to Amazon, and they are desperate for the retail giant to catch up. Calypso Networks Association and NFC Forum Inc. Mo. Make algorithmic audits as ubiquitous as seatbelts. Why tech needs outside help to serve humanity. Boris Johnson's flat. Were private donations used to pay for refurbishment? Yan, Fed will be more like the ECB than the BOC. Earnings previews: Alphabet, AMD, Microsoft, Texas Instruments. These are 25 of the strangest food superstitions. Investment app Stashaway raises $25 million. FLIR Systems to release first quarter 2021 financial results on Thursday, May 6, 2021. Iker selects thin-scale to power next-generation work-at-home infrastructure. Transplace provides guidance for high-capacity demand in second quarter 2021 logistics market update report and webinar. Roku could lose YouTube TV in standoff with Google. AOTP announces telecom, mobility, and IT management industry award winners. Global Content Delivery Network Market Report 2021 to 2025. Market is driven by high server availability and growth in video streaming. Researchandmarkets.com. Proactive health monitoring, like catching early signs of illness, will replace the current era of reactive wearables, according to a CEO whose smart rings were used in the NBA bubble. Pete Alonso's legs key to his Mets resurgence. Lindsey Graham says he's not impressed by Biden's first 100 days. Watch, massive brawl breaks out at Miami International Airport. Google bundles products to land Univision cloud deal. N8N raises $12 million for its fair code approach to low-code workflow automation. 426, CBS NAM. Betty White turns 95, January 16, 2017. Red and blue, renewed Republican debt ceiling fight is shift from Trump-era spending. Looking back at President Obama's successes and failures, 52 coronavirus cases linked to flight from India to Hong Kong despite negative test requirements. Warrant, drug buys recorded weeks before black man shot dead. Airline, cruise stocks rally as big destination to open for vaxxed Americans. How Aon is redefining the value of intellectual property. AltaGas announces sale of U.S. transportation and storage assets for $275 million. The pandemic catalyzed a huge leap towards automation in manufacturing that 6 execs say is here to stay. After being an investment banker and an Uber exec, I knew the corporate world wasn't for me. I launched a private luxury travel business and have never been happier. Why Proofpoint's stock is rallying today. Why Etsy's stock is trading lower today. Why American Express stock is trading higher today. Why Otis Worldwide stock is trading higher today. Why Luminar's stock is trading higher today. Why Casper Sleep's stock is surging higher today. Why Bitcoin-related stocks are trading higher today. What current Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is telling you about crypto market. For those who believe the run in NFTs isn't over, this stock is intriguing. Sarah Bain Biotech provides update on share exchange agreement with PKG Incorporated. Can magic mushrooms really help you understand Bitcoin? Why 4 major banks just issued $40 billion in bonds. Iran's foreign minister says John Kerry told him about Israeli covert operations in Syria. Rail Roundup, OmniTrax, G&W Develop, Expand Partnerships, Daily Infographic, Old versus New Era of Shipping. London's new see-through sky pool is first of its kind. Watch live. Anthony Brown Jr.'s family speaks after viewing body cam video. VP of Operations and Growth at Google Cloud explains how the cloud is helping businesses go greener. The EMI share price rocketed over 10% higher today. Could it explode further? Americans among victims in Mexico nightclub shooting. Orlando massacre gunman's widow charged. World Series of Poker and GG Poker launch extensive 2021 online international schedule. Axum stock jumps after snagging priority review for depression drug. Trump's China comments prompt tension over Taiwan. Alaska state senator banned by airline for violating mask policy. Man who allegedly killed infant was arrested twice for domestic violence. Moms say military housing contamination caused kids cancer. Will chip supply woes affect Qualcomm's QCOM 5G powered growth? Tesla chooses Mumbai for first office showroom in India. Report: England's record appearance holder Williams to retire at end of season. Vedanta okay to restart oxygen production at Indian copper unit in COVID fight, supplying the demand for regenerative agriculture with Earth Renew. CN to discuss merger with KCS. Sends STB over 400 support letters. What current Bitcoin fear and greed index is telling you about crypto market? Port of Montreal strike. Feds poised to intervene as work stoppage begins. Curve adds autopilot feature to automate certain activities. $20,000 in this stock could make you a millionaire in 5 years. Glancy Pronge and Murray LLP, a leading securities fraud law firm, announces the filing of a securities class action on behalf of Emergent Biosolutions Incorporated, EBS, investors. Glancy Pronge and Murray LLP, a leading securities fraud law firm, announces the filing of a securities class action on behalf of Romeo Power Incorporated F/K/ARMG Acquisition Corporation, RMO, investors. Glancy Pronge and Murray LLP, a leading securities fraud law firm, announces the filing of a securities class action on behalf of Acadia Pharmaceuticals Incorporated, ACAD, investors. Michael Malarkey joins HKA as partner. Americas, Burnham Holdings Incorporated reports first quarter results. $4.7 billion worldwide robotic surgery devices industry to 2030. Identify growth segments for investment. Invent help inventor develops improved strap/sling for heavy punching bags. WDH 2654. Among the Oscar winners, 2 foundations that serve the needy. COVID-19 treatment has improved, but many wish for an easy pill. U.S. sells 2-year notes at 0.175% versus 0.171%. Why? Checkpoint Software Technologies Limited, CHKP, Q1 2021 earnings call transcript. Woman involved in fatal crash, on probation for 2014 death. The Open Networking Foundation, AirHub, Facebook and Telecom Infra Project demonstrate first O-RAN aligned, XApp-powered Open RAN solution. Downtown announces exclusive focus on music services and unveils new business unit. Judge rules in favor of Corey Watson clients to award more than $40 million in damages. Advanced CO2 sensors market to grow by $258.87 million during 2021 to 2025. Vertical bar industry analysis, market trends, market growth, opportunities, and forecast 2025. Vertical bar Technavio, invent help inventors develop sanitary and decorative accessory for bathtubs. RHO 1238. U.S. Supreme Court to hear case over right to carry concealed guns outside. Man sues Evanston police over violent arrest caught on video. Coronavirus, EU sues AstraZeneca over vaccine delivery delays. When should you keep your sick child from school? Crypto Flipsider News, April 26. Weekend Review, Cardano and Shopify and WooCommerce, SEC versus Ripple, Bitcoin's proof of works energy consumption, Solana boom, Ethereum's new record, South Korea on. Delhi High Court dismisses plea against exemption to government functionaries to travel without RT-PCR report. The Marines are experimenting with a new utility infielder who can use all the core weapons. The best cheap car insurance in Oklahoma. Trump advisor on inauguration cancellations. Precious gold steadies ahead of Fed meeting. Palladium extends record run. Atwood and Palmer Incorporated buys iShares US. Trump advisor hopes to paint different picture of president-elect. Clearview Wealth Advisors LLC buys Wisdom Tree Floating Rate Treasury Fund. Velodyne Lidar Incorporated. Kranitish Damat Lamorim Tikkanim Havraman buys Power Shares QQQ Trust Ser 1. iShares. Forthright Wealth Management LLC buys Vanguard Intermediate Term Bond ETF. Visa Incorporated. United. North Star Advisory Group LLC buys Consumer Staples Select Sector SPDR. Power Shares Ultra Short. Merino. Stram & Associates LLC buys iShares Core Dividend Growth ETF. Power Shares QQQ Trust. Riverstone Advisors LLC buys DraftKings Incorporated. Insulet Corp. iShares Core S&P Small Cap ETF. MBE Wealth Management LLC buys BTC iShares MSCI USA Value Factor ETF. Vanguard Small Cap ETF. Cordidus Wealth Management LLC buys First Republic Bank. AutoZone Incorporated. Quadratic Interest Rate. Schulman de Mayo Asset Management LLC buys Fubo TV Incorporated. Coca-Cola Company. International Business. Round Rock Advisors LLC buys iShares Select Dividend ETF. Industrial Select Sector SPDR. Radnor Capital Management LLC buys International Flavors and Fragrances Incorporated. Texas Pacific. Lennox Wealth Advisors Incorporated buys Charter Communications Incorporated. SPDR S&P Kensho New Economies. Major Invest Holding buys Facebook Incorporated. Lennar Corp. Lowe's Incorporated. Sells Robert Half. Genworth Financial Incorporated buys Invesco S&P 500 Low Volatility ETF. Sells iShares iBox USD. SOA Wealth Advisors LLC buys PayPal Holdings Incorporated. Moderna Incorporated. Zoom Video Communications Incorporated. Ghislaine Maxwell uses a sock to cover eyes from jail guards' flashlights. Lawyer. Why Fortuna Silver Mine stock tanked 15% early today. Air Products and Chemicals. Underperforming stock providing hydrogen exposure. New York Community Bancorp shares jump after Q1 beat. Flagstar deal. Uber delivering at-home COVID-19 tests in over 24 U.S. cities. South Africa Accommodation Industry Report 2020 featuring Protea Hotels, Sun International, Soko Sun, Unamo, and Cradle Boutique Hotel. ResearchandMarkets.com. Is AT&T still a dividend aristocrat? Masonite International Corporation. Moody's upgrades Masonite's CFR to BA1. Outlook stable. Former paratroopers deny murdering IRA chief during troubles. Biden to rally in Atlanta despite supporting players' MLB Georgia boycott. Franklin Madison joins forces with industry financial health leaders. 3 times as many people think Biden gets easier time from media than harder. MRC poll. Theme park guests film themselves climbing down 200 feet after roller coaster breaks down. Western Europe Preventative Health Market Report 2021. Focus on consumer health, packaged food and beverages. ResearchandMarkets.com. US dollar to Canadian dollar drops below 1.2400. Approaches multi-year lows. $4.65 billion robotic vacuum cleaner market. Global industry trends, share, size, growth, opportunity and forecast 2021 to 2026. ResearchandMarkets.com. Warren Buffett and Jeff Bezos have similar views on stock prices, long-term investing, and what makes a dream business. Ukraine opens new nuclear waste site at Chernobyl. Global chlamydia trachomatis tests, in vitro diagnostics. Market Report 2020. Analysis and forecast model with COVID-19 market impacts 2015 to 2030. ResearchandMarkets.com. Estrogen receptor beta pipeline review. H2 2020 report. Approx 20 molecules, 14 molecules are developed by companies and remaining by the universities/institutes. Researchandmarkets.com, KBRA assigns preliminary ratings to a Portion Issuance Trust 2021b. Trump advisor, we are for free, fair trade. United States Orthobiologics Market Report 2021, bone graft substitutes, cellular allografts, orthopedic cell therapy, hyaluronic acid viscosupplementation and orthopedic cartilage repair devices. Researchandmarkets.com. Elon Musk just announced a $100 million prize competition. Here's how to enter. Eighth Circuit cancels investors' long-running class action against TD Ameritrade. Omar Mateen's wife's role in the Orlando shooting. Trump's HHS pick faces conflict of interest issues. Denzel Washington on fences, directing and family. Divergent author Veronica Roth on new book, Carve the Mark. Crawley College, 2 hurt and man held as shots fired. Sabab, Pupl, Soth, CEO Martin Lindqvist on Q1 2021 results, earnings call transcript. European shares end the session higher. Beyond Meat, losing money and still overvalued relative to its peers. The U.S. stock market has seen better returns in Joe Biden's first 100 days than under any president in the last 75 years. Why Coinbase is a better crypto and blockchain play than buying Bitcoin. U.S. Embassy in Turkey closes for 2 days over genocide statement backlash. Copper Mountain Mining Corporation 2021 Q1 results, earnings call presentation. Ethiopia wireless contest results in bids from Mountain, Vodafone Group. Lind declares $1.06 dividend. Bear market buys, buy and hold 2012, BM Cashflow Detective, and Chuck Wolsten's top dividend stocks. Burnham Holdings reports Q1 results. Jake Paul takes aim at UFC's Dana White, you are the real douche. Kansas City Southern in talks on dueling rail takeover bids. Exact Sciences, new acquisitions aim to unlock strategic value. Delhi has cremated so many COVID-19 victims that authorities are getting requests to cut down trees and city parks to fuel the funeral pyres. Eminem releases beat-inspired NFTs in partnership with Gemini's Nifty Gateway. Why shares of SignJoy Holding are rising today. German held after racist attack on Syrian caught on video. Why Skyworks Solutions stock climbed to all-time highs on Monday. Transec 5, RF, Limited. Moody's assigns provisional ratings to South African auto ABS notes to be issued by Transec 5, RF, Limited. 5 penny stock side buy for 5 years. Global prenatal screening tests, in vitro diagnostics, Market Report 2020, analysis and forecast model with COVID-19 market impact 2015 to 2030, researchandmarkets.com. Auto safety bills pushed out by Democrat senators. Trevor Bauer-Fernando Tatis rivalry takes nasty turn with peaking accusation. Soccer under pressure. Santos coach Ariel Holan resigns. White House defends plan to hike capital gains tax, saying it'll only hit the richest 0.3%, report says. Canada says AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines from troubled emergent lab safe. Family demands body cam video after Andrew Brown Jr. is killed by deputies in North Carolina. GE stock tests buy point. Raytheon extends breakout with earnings due for both. U.S. economic growth seen speeding up, and other Money Watch headlines. In pictures, Azerbaijan's controversial war park. The evening read, The Office is not dead, far from it, say City insiders. Global DNA sequencing technologies, markets and companies. Market report to 2030. Invent Help inventor develops improved positioning device for bedbound patients. SOG 535. Verimatrix releases multi-DRM core solution. General Assembly partners with leading UK charity to create and enhance career opportunities for refugees. China censored social media posts about Chloe Zhao's Oscar win. The Pentagon's explanation about why an unknown Florida company took over a giant slice of its internet leaves a key question unanswered. Philips scores 9% comparable sales growth for Q1 2021. I watch paint dry for a living. It's never boring, there's so much to look for. Ugly, tailing 2Y auction is Illuminous bid to cover, indirect bid both plunge. ADC Therapeutics up 9% as Cowen calls Signlant best in class for B-cell lymphoma. ISG to publish 2 studies examining contact center technology providers. ACE, an NFT-based funding platform, is giving talent their power back. These 3 stocks would benefit if the government sends more stimulus checks. Better buy, IBM versus Oracle. ID Logistics, a dynamic first quarter 2021. Do you want to buy a franchise for a fraction of the price? SportsCard is looking for investors. Romania expels Russian diplomat amid wave of expulsions. Neobank 11 ons builds private social network for customers. 25 Mother's Day gifts from Etsy she'll cherish forever. Live updates. Elizabeth City, North Carolina on edge awaiting police body cam video of fatal Andrew Brown Jr. shooting. Census Bureau to announce population numbers that will be used to reapportion congressional seats. Gilda's Club. Delta Dental of Tennessee partner to raise awareness of cancer that kills 1 person every hour of every day. India reportedly running out of vaccines amid COVID surge. Teen charged over 135 miles per hour M1 police chase. How sick is too sick for your child to go to school? More Trump nominees to testify on Capitol Hill. Istanbul nightclub shooting suspect confesses to attack. The rise of Dogecoin, the good, bad, and the ugly. Tensions grow over Donald Trump's One China comments. Who are the world's 8 richest men? This FTSE 100 income stock has fallen nearly 15% in the past year. Should I buy? UK dividends fall at slowest pace for a year. Are UK shares now in recovery? Krista Ludwig obituary. Sinclair Broadcast eyeing proposals to rework regional sports net debt. Bloomberg, Martin Midstream Partners. Strong start to 2021 should help it maintain compliance with covenants. How ESG are ESG ETFs. LT Auto Rahoitis DAC. Moody's assigns definitive rating to LT Auto Rahoitis DAC Auto ABS. How to watch Nomadland. The Oscar winner for Best Picture is now streaming on Hulu, Alexion, Activision, Baker Hughes and more. Monday afternoon analyst calls. Three names handing out double-digit dividend increases. Supreme Court to weigh concealed carry rights amid surge in gun violence, sales. Dunkin' is adding coconut milk and fruity energy drinks to the menu in its latest move to take on Starbucks. Two-year note auction attracts below-average demand. Okugan announces $100 million direct offering. Shares soar 15.6%. Hypori, groundbreaking virtual mobility solution for securing sensitive data over BYOD, wins gold at 2021 Edison Awards. Global Lyme disease tests. In vitro diagnostics. Market Report 2020. Analysis and forecast model with COVID-19 market impacts, 2015 to 2030, researchandmarkets.com, ICICI Bank Limited 2021 Q4, results, earnings call presentation. Citi invests in digital mortgage technology to reach underserved markets. Emergent chief sold $10 million in stock before company ruined 15 meters COVID vaccines. Lean protocol, a DeFi options protocols unlike any other. Fauci comment on outdoor masks shift from previous remarks, says CDC waiting for data that backs it up. 6 Practical Methods to Master the Art of Apologizing and Feeling Guilt-Free, for the Love of Flower. Get to know MSOC3 Industries Incorporated. Expected top NFL draft pick Trevor Lawrence reportedly signed an endorsement deal with crypto investment app Blockfolio, and took his first payment in crypto tokens. This pig owner thought she would get a micro pig. Nope. America's oldest gorilla dies at 60. Doctor on COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy and Johnson & Johnson's return. Massive alligators spotted in Central Florida. Repealing Obamacare could lead to 32 million fewer insured people. Here's how much the White House is worth. Obama makes appearance at final White House press briefing. How Denzel Washington got his walk. Supermarkets say goodbye to pantry loading. Hello to inflation. What can we learn about Trump from his feud with John Lewis? British Prime Minister lays out 12-point Brexit plan. Expected top NFL draft pick Trevor Lawrence reportedly signed an endorsement deal with crypto investment app Blockfolio, and took his first payment in crypto tokens. Scottish election 2021, Scottish Labour pledge staycation scheme. Matt Damon on water crisis. Fintech Brex raises $425 million Series D, now valued at over $7.4 billion. United States 2-year note auction increased to 0.175% from previous 0.152%. Send a Mother's Day bouquet with deals from 1-800-Flowers. Joe Concha calls on Washington Post to issue apology for Tim Scott fact check. Mom's #1 at Senders of Frankenmuth. The best sales to shop today: Roomba, Echo Dot, Yankee Candles and more. Euro Stoxx 50 trades at 13-year high as bond yields consolidate near pandemic highs. Putin accuses President Obama of trying to undermine Trump. BRICS raises $425 million at a $7.4 billion valuation. As the corporate spend war rages on, dozens of Democratic lawmakers plan to boycott inauguration. Vizzy is dishing out lemonade hard seltzer for your crappy car. Dogecoin. Elon Musk's tweets made this millennial rich. To be frank, I do not know how to value on this company. UK firm Supergroup entering US sports, online casino market. Orlando shooter's wife appears in court. Josh Earnest's final White House press briefing. Man detained after reports of gunshot fire at Crawley College. Johnson must push G7 to pay billions more in climate aid, say experts. A pair of shoes Kanye West wore at the Grammys in 2008 just broke the record for the most valuable sneaker sale ever. Global thyroid function tests, in vitro diagnostics, market report 2020, analysis and forecast model with COVID-19 market impacts, 2015 to 2030, researchandmarkets.com. Mattel joins with 9 Story Media and Karma's World Entertainment for multi-year global licensing deal on Chris Bridges' upcoming animated series Karma's World on Netflix. Susquehanna Group to move West Coast headquarters to 444 South Flower in downtown Los Angeles. Master Your Money Bootcamp. Make a list of all your debt balances. ASA Immunotherapeutics and Veloxis Pharmaceuticals enter into global license agreement to develop, manufacture, and commercialize FR104, a CD28 antagonist, in the organ transplantation market. BIS licenses the BIS Global Low Carbon Energy Index to Van Eck, Legrand. Statement of transactions in own shares from April 19, 2021 to April 23, 2021, $13.27 billion mayonnaise market. Global industry trends, share, size, growth, opportunity and forecast 2021 to 2026, researchandmarkets.com. Alkermes gains as Mizuho expects earnings beat. Intercorp Financial Services goes ex-dividend tomorrow. Kaspersleep and Luokung Technology among consumer gainers, Uxin among losers. Marathon's Minnesota refinery engages in unsafe practices, worker group says. Pacer HCM files initial public offering. Florida police chase ends after vehicle goes airborne, crashes into car dealership. Air Wellness opens new dispensary in Florida. Weave raises $4.3 million to knit together a universal API for commerce platforms. Correction, namefight Josh Swain story. SoFi teams up with online learning platform Coursera for the fundamentals of personal finance specialization. 400,000 now qualify for student loan debt cancellation but may not be aware. Apple to ramp up investment in the U.S. to $430 billion. Shopify earnings preview. Here's what to watch for. Indian journalist and Guardian news assistant Kakoli Bhattacharya dies from COVID-19. U.S. begins troop withdrawal process in Afghanistan, Army commander says. Why cruise line stocks popped, then dropped on Monday. Plasma Finance shares details about Spaceport, its initial decentralized digital asset exchange or DEX offering Launchpad. This could be the hottest entertainment stock of 2021. Wild video captures brawl at Miami International Airport. Charlotte Crosby, Channel 5 pull immoral plastic surgery documentary. Siberian tiger roams around Chinese village. Doug Collins, former Georgia GOP congressman, won't run in upcoming elections. LKC Technologies announces Brazilian health regulatory agency approval for the UDAS system. Air Wellness announces the opening of milestone 50th dispensary. NIO stock is rising. Technical levels for EV investors to watch. Patricia Austin joins AIM Sensor as an advisor. Sleep-deprived Ghislaine Maxwell needs bail to prepare for trial. Lawyer. Invent Help inventor develops effective fire safety device for kitchens. TRO 385, NIO stock is rising. Technical levels for EV investors to watch. Benzinga. Time for a second look at Snowflake, Camping World to accept Bitcoin payments. Tilray, Mania ended but still frothy. How will the new administration affect markets? Accused Florida airport shooter denied bond. Lady Gaga gives fans a Super Bowl sneak peek. Airbus plans to test flying cars by the end of 2017. It's official. Twitter shut down Vine. Microsoft reveals new Xbox One dashboard. British Prime Minister outlines Brexit plan. Yan, Fed should start tapering now. But it won't. CP sends letter to KCS reinforcing anti-competitive nature of CN proposal. First pink supermoon of 2021, everything you need to know. Fifth Third Momentum Banking offers ease of a digital bank with personal support when you need it. France Life Insurance Markets, Trends and Opportunities Report 2021 to 2024, researchandmarkets.com, video shows Indonesian submarine crew singing in the weeks before vessel sank. Italy's epochal recovery plan targets women, youth. South Carolina's school holds complimentary event on how to socialize toddlers. Boys and Girls Club of Frederick County's Club on the Go partners with community to distribute free bicycle helmets for youth. Come back stronger. 3 ways leaders can rebuild connection and trust. S&P 500, Nasdaq hit records to start week as investors parse earnings. Deal announcements. White Glove and Chalice Network announce partnership providing guaranteed, qualified client introductions to Chalice members. Inflation fears tear through C-suites this earnings season. Bus rapid transit system eyed on Skyway Stage 3, rethinking evacuation centers for a post-pandemic world. SEC revokes Eco Hatcheries registration for Ponzi-like scheme. Reinvented Oscars hands Nomadland a win on Diversity Pact night. DMCI Homes Project posts P8.6B reservation sales. Global estate resorts profits down by 27%. Gov makes full award of T-bills. Key winners at the 2021 Academy Awards. Vista Land affiliate develops second housing project in Davao. PHL AirAsia secures permit to transport COVID-19 vaccines. Another Sicilian town is selling homes for $1. Packed with history. Pete Davidson and Phoebe Dynevor confirm relationship in new PDA-filled pics. Chicago weekend violence. 4 people murdered, at least 20 others wounded. To be frank, I do not know how to value honest company. TechCrunch. BSE SME head. SMEs don't understand benefits of equity funding due to lack of financial literacy. Interview. Zevo Bioscience gets notice of allowance from U.S. Patent Office. $16.2 billion chickpeas market. Global industry trends, share, size, growth, opportunity and forecast 2021 to 2026. Focus on India, Australia, Pakistan, Myanmar and Ethiopia. Researchandmarkets.com. Xerox acquires Group CT for undisclosed term. Mika Zibanejad's Rangers season continues to amaze and mystify. Make authentic handmade tortillas with this $60 tortilla press. Delivery man struck by a stray bullet during Brooklyn shooting. Sources: OSF Ventures invests in at-home patient monitoring and management platform. How to invest in real estate. 5 ways to get started. 3 reasons I can make a killing with FTSE 100 stocks in 2021. Government of Canada to create 30,000 affordable housing units through Innovation Fund. Will US have access to China's markets? $1-800-Flowers.com Incorporated, FLWS, CEO and President Christopher G. McCann sold $876,078 of shares. US Bancorp, USB, Chairman, President and CEO Andrew Checheri sold $10.4 million of shares. Texas rancher, migrant crisis is the worst it ever has been. Dow Jones near record highs as stocks rise ahead of Fed, Tesla earnings on tap. The Fed's next test is breaking the ice over policy shift. Wall Street Journal, House Democrats want to see permanent child tax credit in Biden's second recovery. What we really learned at the Oscars: a vaccine maker ruined 15 million doses. Its CEO sold $11 million of stock before that was public. Weave raises $4.3 million to knit together a universal API for commerce platforms. TechCrunch. Blockchain payments firm Tacit appoints Barbara Kistner CISO. Obama reduced sentences for Chelsea Manning and others. Eurofins subsidiary empowered X and Uber team up. Offer at-home COVID-19 testing kits via on-demand delivery in more than 24 U.S. cities. Longtime voice of the inaugural parade goes silent. Patients socked by surprise medical bills. Kraken Investing Review. Crypto exchange for individuals and businesses. More Democrats plan to boycott Trump inauguration. Putin calls private intel dossier on Trump fake news. President Obama commutes sentence of WikiLeaks leaker Chelsea Manning. Curve rolls out autopilot features. NFL player for Kansas City Chiefs Sean Culkin to convert 100% of salary to Bitcoin. Trump nominees face delayed hearings for cabinet posts. Snap has acquired Pixelate Earth, a 3D mapping developer, for $7.6 million. Online backlash percolates over Elon Musk's SNL hosting gig. German group lodge antitrust allegations over Apple's privacy update. 38 stocks moving in Monday's midday session. Hagens Berman, national trial attorneys, encourages SOS investors to contact its attorneys now. Securities fraud case pending. Media notes company's failure to refute analysts' allegations. Unicure stock is up after FDA lifts clinical hold on experimental gene therapy. Invent Help inventor develops game to encourage playful touch. PU 568, Global Preimplantation Genetic Testing Industry, 2020 to 2027, Key Market Drivers and Trends. Invent Help inventor develops truck accessory for loading heavy-wheeled items. TRT 132. Deer in California Labor Commissioner's Office launch web-based COVID-19 paid sick leave tool. Lennox International Incorporated, 52, Q1 2021 earnings call transcript. AlayaCare improves quality of home care delivery across Canada and abroad. 121 Financial Credit Union signs for NCR digital banking. Things you need to know about decentralized finance. The Oscars were a well-intentioned mess that flopped despite an elite producing team. NFL player for Kansas City Chiefs Sean Culkin to convert 100% of salary to Bitcoin. Bitcoin news. Geraint Thomas and Owain Dulon Ineos Welsh Cora Tour de Romandie plea to stop grass fires after 500 calls in 2 days. U.S. sending around 650 troops to Afghanistan to protect forces as they withdraw. Lucrative Indian Premier League cricket tournament continues as India suffers alarming COVID-19 surge. House Democrats push Biden to lower Medicare eligibility age. Fort Lauderdale airport shooter claims he carried out attack for ISIS. Kanye West's Yeezys just sold for a record-breaking $1.8 million. Supreme Court to hear appeal of Guantanamo Bay detainee Abu Zubaydah over interrogation, detention. Magic rookie Devin Connolly breaks ankle in loss to Pacers. Greek and Turkish Cypriot leaders